How's it going, everyone? Jimmy here to talk a little bit about the PENN Sales Event we got coming up on the 4th and 5th. That's going to be Saturday and Sunday for you guys. 20% off all PENN combos, and I got tons of store-wide sales going on back here too. I pulled a couple things from Johnson, Savage Gear, and Berkeley to kind of show you guys some highlighted items that I would be using right now and kind of how I'd be using them. Start off over here with the frog. If you guys are going after some snakeheads, some people have started having luck on topwater, especially if you get like a nice warm sunny day. Go in the backs of the creeks and everything, just kind of throw this around and hope that you can maybe slam one on top. Moving along, I got the Savage Gear 3D Glide Swimmer. I really like these if you want to get into throwing glide baits, but you don't want to commit to a big bait. 1 ounce, 5 1/4 inch, so it's not too big. You can throw it on a medium heavy on your normal bass fishing gear, and they're super fun. We got a lot of largemouth that are moving up this time of year. You can kind of catch some of the bigger ones, so don't be afraid to kind of mess around and throw those bigger baits. And snakehead too, I would totally see them grabbing something like that. Moving on, kind of changing gears, let's go to perch. So for perch, I'm going to be throwing these little Savage Gear scented crabs. All of us, we were just pulling these out of the package and looking at them. They actually look really cool, and I think they'll work really well if you just throw it under a dock piling, kind of jig it back to you, or you can find a nice grass line in one of the rivers, throw this around. I could definitely see a nice big size perch hitting these, or if you're further south, maybe like some speckled trout, puppy drum, stuff like that. Can't go wrong with the classic Johnson Beetle Spin. 1/8 ounce would kind of be my go-to, or you could get away with a 1/4 if you're fishing a little deeper. But the Beetle Spins, if you just want to have one perch lure to go out and throw and spend a lot of time on, you can put it in a kid's hand and they will almost guarantee them to catch some fish. Keep them with Johnson and kind of their classic lures. I got the Silver Minnow. I would definitely be throwing this around some grass lines or maybe some submerged structure right now, looking for speckled trout, looking for some smaller fish kind of down south. Up here, we don't have too much to fish for in the bay right now, except for the perch and the catfish. But as the stripers and everything come into season and they start coming back in, definitely shallow areas around grass lines or docks, I'd be throwing something like that. Some people even tip it with a minnow and kind of drag them behind if you're going after some snakehead maybe. Gulp, beautiful colors from Gulp. I believe these came out in the past year or two, and I'm just obsessed with these colors, especially if you're fishing for something like speckled trout or perch. Can't go wrong with a Gulp scent. They just work. Curly tails, throw it on a 1/4 ounce jig head, 3/8 jig head, and you'll be good to go. I'd be really looking at that violet haze fleck. I mean, that's just a beautiful color. I don't know, it definitely gets me. And last but not least, I got the Power Switch. Another fun one, you can kind of jig around docks, or if you're fishing freshwater and you got maybe a ledge, you can jig it and try and keep it horizontal on that ledge. Look for those fish that are slowly starting to move up. And yeah, that's pretty much my top baits that I'd be throwing right now and kind of what's going on. So don't forget, 4th and 5th, 20% off all PENN combos, and then I got tons of sales going on in the fishing department too. Thank you.